Alright guys, what's going on? Caleb and Ethan here. It is
December the 9th.
It is a little bit late in the season, but we are just now getting our Rut episode finished up. 3 of the 4 of us have finally killed one. I went first, followed by Ethan, and then Matt.
I went first. I killed the doe. And the coyote.
I'm talking bucks. I killed the first buck, and then Ethan, and then Matt. So stick with us. Here we go.
Mine's the biggest.
What's up, guys? It is about 1 o'clock on October 30th. Came in, moved in on a spot I've never sat before. Got 2 pictures of our number 1 buck on the 24th and the 25th. The 24th at 2 p.m. and the 25th at right out 4:30 p.m. Daylight about 30 yards in front of us, so we're gonna sit here tonight. I had pictures of a buck that followed me in this morning, and I couldn't tell who it was. His rack kind of sat forward like the one we're after tonight, so if he's around here, good chance he comes and checks this scrape tonight. Stay with us. It is the morning of November 4th, and I just shot one. Looked like a decent 8-pointer, actually. Saw him fall right up here. Didn't get it on film. Got him coming in on film. Couldn't get the camera moved. Plus draw back at the same time. Gonna wait till Matt gets here. Probably go get him. Probably get down and check on him. It is only 7:40, so maybe we'll shoot a doe too.
Well, here he is, guys. As you saw on camera, couldn't get the shot on film. Got some pretty good footage of him coming in. Never seen this buck on camera before. Not one I'd typically shoot, but I just couldn't let him pass. It's been a long vacation. Got about a week left, so gonna try to get Matt filmed killing one. All right, guys, so as you saw, here he is all finished up. I was able to get mine done by a good friend of ours. Ethan, as you will see here in a couple minutes, outdid me.
A little bit.
He was able to get his finished up. We both decided to go with the European mount. We think it looks cool. It's nice when you can, just take it down. If people want to see it, just hand it to me. It's a little bit different feel when you can actually put your hands on it. So.
Right, and it saves quite a bit of money.
Quite a bit of money.
You can put towards new arrows or new sight, or
especially
halfway towards a new bow.
Especially if you figure out how to do it yourself.
Right.
So I'll let Ethan talk about his hunt. He didn't get much of it on film, but he was able to hunt quite a few days.
Yeah, so there were several days leading up to this buck. I went out and hunted. Just during the beginning to the middle of the rut, I saw a bunch of smaller bucks chasing does. I had to sit for a very long time each day because I was seeing deer moving from 7 a.m. until noon. So I had to bring quite a few snacks with me. So the day before I actually shot this buck, I hunted with my cousin Jeremy in the morning back on his property. It was like 7:25. There was a decent buck that rolled in. He was right underneath my stand, which don't really practice that shot often. And I gave him a nice haircut. He lived. We have pictures of him later on, but it was pretty sad, kind of depressed about it. Gets feeling pretty low when you make a bad shot or anything like that. Yeah.
If you bow hunt long enough, you will wound animals.
So that evening, actually, the girl recording this right now, Abby, she's my girlfriend. We shot probably 100 arrows in the dark. Made her hold a spotlight so I could get some practice arrows in and feel better about myself. And I felt good enough to go out the next morning and saw some deer moving that morning, and then decided to get out at noon to go get my trail camera just because it was dead. It's been sitting out there for a long time. And as I was getting out of the stand, started walking to the trail camera and saw this guy bedded down in CRP grass with a doe, and he watched me knock an arrow and put my release on my D-loop, pull it back, and put an arrow right through him. So, and the rest is right here.
What a stud for just walking up on it.
Yeah, he's pretty tasty too.
Yeah.
Nice and tasty.
That's probably good.
It's November the 9th. What is it, like 12:30 right now?
Yeah, it's probably 12:30 or so.
Around 11:30, I decided to call it quits and get out of the stand because it was getting hot. It's like 75 degrees. I decided I was going to go pull my camera at the end of the lane here. Started walking that way. Saw this buck bedded down in the CRP. I assume he was with a hot doe. Just looking at me, and I had enough time to knock an arrow, take the cover off my sight, and put a good shot on him, and he went down in 100 yards. But
yes.
Always be ready.
Yes, sir.
Always be ready.
And then you killed yours on the 9th.
Yeah, November 9th.
And then Thanksgiving morning, to our surprise, Matt goes out without telling anybody or filming it and also kills a buck. So the three of us have killed one. We're still waiting for Chumbo to get one. He's still hunting hard. So Chumbo's going to get on an episode all to himself of hunting a buck.
November 26th, got in the stand around just shortly after 6 this morning. Took my doe decoy out, just seeing what it would bring. Ended up coming in clutch, as you see. I put her at 17 yards, broadside to me over to my left. This buck came walking in, followed a couple does that came in about an hour ahead of him. He had his nose down, trailing that. I look over and, I didn't even see him sneak up on me. I looked back, just trying to stand up to stretch, and there he was, putting a little bit of wood on his antlers, brushing around, and then hit a little buck grunt. He looked up, came right to that doe decoy, came downwind just like he's supposed to. Ended up splitting the difference and put him at 7 yards. I put a heck of a shot. It was a little high placement-wise, but it ended up doing right what it's supposed to. Rage broadhead went in, cut that lung open, tucked itself right into the heart. I'm very thankful. He's a nice deer, old enough for me. Not my biggest, but he's got cool character, and I'm very thankful for that. So
Check out the character on this guy. Look at that brow tine. Look at that thing. It's
it's insane.
well done,
He's
Matthew.
cool.
Well done.
Very cool.